Welcome back to my Hotel Transylvania reviews, and today we're talking about Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation. So Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation is mostly considered the worst out of the series so far, but even though I said that the second one was my favorite, when I rewatched it, I can say that the third one is now my favorite, despite what people think about this movie. But I do understand some criticisms about this movie, and I definitely have my issues with this film, so let's start talking about this movie. Let's start off with the positives, and let's start off with the story. The story is pretty unique for a kids' film. It's really entertaining, fast-moving, and a pretty cool and different direction for this series to go. Next, let's talk about the animation. The animation is stunning. Every shot is colorful, expressive, and really adds to the mood of the scene. And it also makes the landscapes all the more better. And I don't think there's a single bad animated scene. Let's talk about the characters. The characters are as good as they always are, but they are barely in this film. Some characters that were important in the first two movies, like Mavis and Johnny, get sidelined in here, and it's really about Drac, and he's pretty much the only character in this movie, besides Erik and Van Helsing, that get a good amount of screen time. Speaking of Erik and Van Helsing, let's talk about them. They're actually pretty weak villains. Their motives aren't really good, and I think that we needed a better explanation for why they wanted to kill Dracula so badly. And also, they changed their mind on the monsters way too fast. They're really bent on destroying them, and they changed their mind pretty quick. And I think that we needed another scene or two before they accepted the monsters. But overall, the characters are still pretty good in here. Now let's get into the negatives. Let's start off by talking about the romantic subplot. Basically, Drac zings with Erica, and it's about him trying to get her to fall in love with him while she tries to kill him. And I feel like it was pretty cliched, like every other kids movie that does this type of thing. It was also uninteresting and too fast moving, and didn't give time for the characters to breathe or anything. Let's talk about the pacing. The pacing for the first hour isn't that big of a deal. It flows pretty well, and you don't really think about it because you're having so much fun. But then the last 40 minutes are where the pacing gets really bad, and the characters get to their final destination on the cruise way too fast. And I feel like we should have explored some other wonders of the sea before we got to the lost city of Atlantis. Let's talk about the jokes. The jokes are probably the worst part of this movie. Only about like 5 or 6 of them land, which is really low for this franchise. And the jokes that do work are actually pretty funny. But there's a lot of jokes in here, and the rest are just the most kiddish they have ever been in this franchise yet. And also pretty cringeworthy. Overall, Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation is a great addition to the franchise, and I don't like it as much as I did when I first saw it, but that doesn't really matter because it's still my favorite. And I just wish that the jokes, pacing, and romance were handled better. But overall, this movie flows really well and is super entertaining and a great movie for the family. And I'm giving Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation an 8 out of 10. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Since I'm going to be uploading a lot for the next 2 to 3 days, I'm going to be putting my playlist of all my reviews down in the description so you can keep up with all my videos. So if you want to keep up with all my videos, just go check it out. You can check out my other channels linked down in the description as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!